gonna do is go to a string style of tomato plants where I'm going to string the tomato plants. I'm going to get rid of these cages because all these things do is grow up out of the top of these cages and they just grow back down and kind of go all over the place and get messy. So what I've got here is a couple of 2x4s that I'm going to mount on each side of this box, and then I'll run another board to each 2x4, and then I'll drop strings down and I'll just tie the strings into these T-bars down here on the bottom, and then I'll use that as the anchor on the bottom to string those tomato plants up. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it. This didn't take too long, probably 15 or 20 minutes. And as you can see, I just run about 3 screws into the side of this board, going into that. And then I've got a cross member up here. And then I've got a diagonal brace on each corner to help stiffen it up. And that is supporting the strings. The strings are pretty much directly above the plants right here. And I've got it loose and I've anchored it off over here on these T-posts. And the idea here is to wrap this tomato plant around that string, and as it keeps on growing up, I'll just keep wrapping this tomato plant around it until it gets all the way up. And if it wants to continue to grow, then I'll probably just let it hang over, loop over the top of that, and then start coming back down again. We'll see what happens. This is the first time I've ever done this. But I decided I probably don't need to use these watering systems with this right here, but since I've got them, I'm just going to leave them in, and then I'll just pour the water down on the top here and the fertilizer, and then just let it trickle down slow onto the tomato plant. And I think that is about it for this little project here.